when you take a person that way, you take them to a place where they're not comfortable in.
And Beckham spoke as well on losing his cool.
You never want to hurt your team like that, and I've learned it all throughout my life, always second man gets called, always that. It's just unfortunate. You go back and watch the film tomorrow and you learn from it.
Sunday Night Football, a good start so far for Arizona with 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. They are driving. They lead 7-3. Carson Palmer, 8 of 9, 122 in the air so far. David Johnson has the lone score, a rushing touchdown. Elsewhere, the Steelers would come back to beat the Broncos 34-27. Ben Roethlisberger, 380 passing yards and 3 TDs. Patriots, they dismantled the Titans 33-16. Chiefs, 8th win in a row. They beat the Ravens 34-14. Seahawks, they stay hot as well and clinch a playoff spot, beating Cleveland 30-13. For the rest of your NFL scores, make sure to go to NBCSportsRadio.com. Big story in the NBA, as well as Kyrie Irving back in action for the first time this season. 17 minutes, 5 of 12 shooting, 12 points, 4 assists. The Cavs, they beat the Sixers 108-86. And the T-Wolves handle the Nets 100-85. Karl Anthony Towns, 24 points and 10 boards. I'm Keith Irizarry. This is NBC Sports Radio.
This is KCAA.
BuySellMakeOffer.com is our New Year's gift to you. Circle this date, Friday, January 15th. You're invited to start the new year off right with a subscription to BuySellMakeOffer.com. Some other selling sites can be sketchy, and even others will charge you a fee on every item you list. But with BuySellMakeOffer.com, you can sell your washer, dryer, cars, or even your home with no per-item fees. And you can use Skype, make a video. You can actually see the person you're buying from, or they can see you, all to better sell your product. Wouldn't you like a feeling of security when you buy or sell? That's why we call it BuySellMakeOffer.com. And you don't have to wait until January 15th to find out what the buzz is all about. Go right now to BuySellMakeOffer.com and type in your email address so you'll know exactly when the fun will begin. The first 30 days are on us, and then it's as little as $7.95 per month to sell up to 50 items. Join the revolution in online selling with BuySellMakeOffer.com.
From the KCAA Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Jim Rinaldi. For tonight, a partly cloudy sky, low 42. Partly sunny Monday, high 62. Tuesday, clouds, a couple of showers, high 64. Straight shower to start Wednesday, then sunshine returns, high 68. Cloudy with a few showers around for Thursday, the high 60. Christmas Day is going to be mostly sunny, but we could see a passing shower, the high temperature 54. Plenty of sunshine on Saturday with a warmer afternoon, high 62. That's your weather forecast for this hour from KCAA, 106.5 FM and 1050 AM, the stations that leave no listener behind.
And now it's time for another Support San Bernardino Spotlight.
Hi, my name is George Hahn. I am the Senior Minister at the Center for Spiritual Living Inland Empire. In the next few weeks, we would like to support San Bernardino by highlighting the outstanding things about our city. Today's program features
Dennis Baxter from Habitat for Humanity.
Thank you, George. I'm very proud that Habitat for Humanity San Bernardino area has been serving the residents of the area since 1992, so that's 24 years of building homes and building hope. Each partner family participates in our own curriculum in the greater San Bernardino area that provides guidance and resources to a successful long-term experience as being a homeowner. We have financial literacy classes that they go through so they understand the difference between being a homeowner and being a renter. Our Brush with Kindness program helps out low-income folks with, simple chores around the house. And, of course, our Restore, located in Redlands, is a real part of our fundraising effort. So it's building homes, it's building hope. Folks can give us a call at 909-478-1176 or habitatsb.org.
This program was underwritten by Center for Spiritual Living Inland Empire. If you would like information about today's program, please contact me, Reverend George, by calling 909-883-7171. That's 909-883-7171.
For more local radio every day, tune into KCAA Loma Linda.
Okay, we're back with Sunday Block with Danny Alcaraz, and Angel Baby, and we have the Tamale Festival people here, so.
Oh, yes. Hi.
Hi. How's everybody doing?
Great.
We're doing great.
Drying out.
It's Christmas time. Santa's
Yeah.
going to be coming soon.
Yep.
Have you been naughty or nice? How many presents are you guys getting?
I've been really nice, so I'm getting a lot this year.
Ooh.
I don't really know, but that's what I think.
Oh, okay. Nice.
When is Christmas? Thursday?
Yep.
Yeah, Friday.
Yeah.
Friday.
Thursday night.
Thursday night.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's the big plans for our big tamale festival?
Well, I want to give a shout out to one of our vendors that has been following us on the event page. JB's crew goes to you, and they are going to be having corn dogs, cotton candy, and Italian ice.
Okay.
His name is Jose Barbarin. Hopefully you're listening to me. Shout out to you. Thank you for following us on the San Bernardino International Tamale Festival, and thank you for becoming a vendor in our event. So thank you. Thank you for being part of it, and thank you for listening to us.
Okay.
I want to welcome a former councilman, Mr. Jason, is a sponsor of the Alcaraz Sunday Block.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah.
What do you think about what we're doing here for the city?
Well, I think it's great. It's a lot more than anybody else is doing, and it's a step in the right direction. I mean, you guys, this is the epitome of community taking their community back. I mean, you guys are a community of people.
Yes.
Very well organized. I mean, I'm very impressed. I've been on both sides as a, on the politics side, and, also as a kind of a community activist myself. And this is very impressive. I was a little naive to walk in and to, how everything is just San Bernardino.
Yes.
And you guys are just like really hitting home runs.
Yeah.
The
Well,
organization.
we're all trying.
Yeah, it's amazing, and just the cohesiveness and the group and the organization you guys are bringing in, almost guilting the current administration to being involved because they seem to not want to be involved, and it's really good to have you guys leading the charge, and everybody else is following behind you. It's
Well,
good.
I hope so. I hope they end up speaking up and coming out and supporting the tamale festivals. So hope you guys are all listening and go out and have some tamales and support the community and come out as one and
bring your families.
Yes.
Yeah. And there would not, we're having also other food, tacos and corn dogs and
funnel cakes.
Hot dogs and funnel cakes, Danny.
You guys should have them get that.
And
what is a funnel
corn
cake?
And the question of the year. I will answer you until January 9th.
It's a big
Stay
thing.
tuned, guys. Stay tuned.
It's a big sponge thing where you jump in, right?
Yes. Yes.
That's the
and then you get lost in the strawberries and the whipped cream. And
somebody has a dunk tank. I think the police department has a dunk tank. We got to get it. It's going to be
we should
be pretty icy, but yeah. We'll put somebody.
And who's going to volunteer to go in that water? I don't think nobody's going to go.
That's Angel Baby. That's Angel Baby.
He's a good sport. Somebody tough.
That water be freezing.
But what we'll do is we'll tune it up a notch.
What if we warm it or something?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, have beer
then they'll
in there.
do it.
No, we'll just have whoever's
give them some shots.
throwing the softballs blindfolded. So at least give them a chance, Give them a chance.
Or I say this: we eye out the guy that we want, then we give him a couple of shots of tequila, and then be like, "Let's do it! I dare you! You won't do it!" No.
Spin him around 3 times.
Be like, "Yeah, I'm tough. I can do this."
Yeah. Just call people out.
Right. Who's gonna do it?
How about we bring the haters and put them in there?
Yes.
That's good. That's good.
No, there'll be too many of them.
That's true.
We'll just get
more thousand in line, huh?
More tanks. We'll call the fire department out and have them hose them down.
No, well, they'll be there. They said that they're going to be there
that's
that day.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good.
So, Jason, in your opinion, we're on the right path of trying to help out to bring the city back, right?
Well, you know what? It takes a, what do they say? It takes a village. It takes a village.
Yes.
But it takes a community to make community. So
that's true.
And a lot of times, I think there's a lot of people, and we were just discussing off air here, that there's a lot of people that want to support. They don't want to be out front. So,
yes.
sometimes it takes that person to pick up the flag and charge forward, and people do follow. So you guys are doing it right, especially with this media having being online and being on the radio. It reaches and touches a lot of people.
It does.
Social media.
Hopefully this is big, starts that snowball where we have continual events, and it could, hopefully bring the community together and make it safer. There was just another couple shootings in the last couple days, and, people are getting killed for stupid stuff on the streets. And I think it has a lot to do with a lot of things, but, there's a lot of tension in the community, too.
That's true.
So when we have an outlet, a good outlet of with people trying to come together and have a good time, it relieves a lot of that stress and pressure.
Well, I know Danny has a lot of things that he wants to do this coming year, so maybe we'll do more events and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
No, it's real good. I'm hoping to be involved myself, and as time permits, and try to see if I can't help you guys.
Yes.
Great.
That would be good.
Wonderful.
Yes.
We need to invite all the politicians to help us out here.
That's right. I totally agree with that.
Take a little bit of money out of their pockets.
Well, yeah, I was self-funded when I went in. Nobody wants. I have a tow truck company, so people, nobody wants a big bad guy with a tow truck, in office. Nobody helped me get in office. I supported myself and self-funded. So the whole time it was a little different than some of the politicians now. But some of the politicians that are in office, they have money. You know what?
Yes.
And the money that they get from the city, there's a stipend and a little bit of stuff, and they pay for the health insurance.
Yeah.
I donated all my money back to, and it wasn't a lot, but and then I spent quite a bit, when I was in office. And I think that as a politician, you're not there to necessarily go broke and spend all your own money, but you got to spend a lot of time.
Yeah,
and
you do.
You're going and visiting people and making sure that you're doing the will of the people.
Yes.
And supporting events like this is really the will of the people.
Yes.
It is. I agree with that too.
Yeah.
It's only a little bit of time. Even if you show up and show your face. The other day, Dan and I were in the parking lot of a local restaurant, and we hear this big roar, and we look up and we think we're going to get, if Jay Lindbergh was here, if you're listening, abducted by aliens. But no, it wasn't a spaceship, Jay. It was Air Force One that flew over our head. And
that was a trip, huh?
Yeah, even though we wanted to, catch the coattails of the president and go to Hawaii with him, it was a sight to be seen. We're just local people here, and it's, a real quiet city with a dark sky because we don't have a lot of lights. Everybody keeps hitting our light poles, and the city can't keep up fast enough replacing them. So we have this dark city, and we see this giant airplane just flying over with a big American flag. It's actually, regardless of who's in it, it was uplifting and felt special. Made us feel special being acknowledged, and then, unfortunately for a terrible event, but actually, it's hopefully some good comes out of that.
Yeah, hopefully.
That was a look of a lifetime.
Yeah, it was.
I couldn't get fast enough out of the car to take a picture, so.
Hopefully, though, we'll see it again here.
Yeah.
For a good reason.
Yes.
Yeah. More of, some more.
There was a lot of people that had some doubts about it, didn't, had the little comments about it, and then there's some that were out there to really support. So that was good on behalf of the people trying to support the community and looking at, the president and everything, so.
So fill me in with this tamale festival. How many different types of tamales are we going to have? I love tamales, by the way.
It's international, so who knows how many there's going to be. We don't know.
We already have Guatemala and Costa Rica, Nicaragua,
El Salvador,
Mexico. So
yeah, we also have El Salvador.
So we'll have some different ones. So everybody can try, different kinds.
And they're each unique and different, so they all taste different, which is really kind of cool. I mean,
and they're made different.
It's not like a hamburger where everyone's hamburgers are pretty much the same. These are actually made with different, one's corn
like the
and
Costa
one's
Rican, I think they're made a little bit the same as Guatemalan, but they have a little bit more stuff, like I think rice and a little bit more vegetables. Meat, of course, but it's made of the same masa, and the Mexicans are made a little bit different, but people will be able to taste those.
Right.
I was very impressed the other night. Was invited to go to the Guatemalan consulate, and they had some tamales there.
That was neat.
Yes.
It was fascinating. to see all the people come together, and it was just probably a snapshot of what's going to happen with this event, but it was really nice, you know, and everybody was
they
very
had the
pleasant.
ponche and the Guatemalan, and even though I was Guatemalan, I remember Danny was saying, "Why are we walking around over here with this?"
It's the most exercise I've gotten in I don't know how many years.
I'm like, I really don't know, Danny. We just follow the crowd right now. Just be a good sport and follow what they're doing, and we're here to support.
It was a procession, wasn't it? I mean, you know, that's what they do in Mexico and stuff. But
it's like a posada, so they.
Well, explain it to us, Weddle. It's basically like Christmas caroling you mentioned.
Yeah.
See, so that I learned something.
Mm-hmm.
So
you got to have a stagger to walk that drum beat.
Oh, I see.
So you got to have
like a crip walk kind of, or
yeah, you got to kind of
a limp. Or?
Yeah, kind of like a
trollo. Beat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I never did it here, or I never did it over there. So I was just kind of like, you know, just following the crowd and kind of being guided throughout the event, because I've never really done it. But I do support a lot the Consulate of Guatemala now that we have it here in San Bernardino, and I try to promote it also on Facebook so that people that need any documents or anything done, they don't have to drive all the way to LA, because they do have a mobile one and they do move to different areas, like I think they were in Indio and Kcaa, and they go to Riverside. But now the people that are on this area doesn't have to wait for that. They can go to the one in San Bernardino. And even people from LA are traveling to over here, because if they go to the one in LA, they wait completely like the whole day. So some people are like, well, you know, if I can drive over there and get it done in half of the day, because of course they still have to drive, but you know, it saves them half of the day to do it, because over here is not so crowded. Then, you know, they have people, like I say, I've all the time I'm by the city hall, I try to stop by and see what's going on and keep up with their events.
One too, right?
Yes,
it's not
yes,
just a
it's
kiosk.
full service, so it's passport, everything that people need.
Great.
So I try to keep up with their events and stuff like that, so I do go there often. And I have seen people that have traveled, you know, from even LA to come out and do those paperworks here. So, you know, it's a good thing that the Guatemalan consulate is now open here in San Bernardino.
It was my first time in a local consulate. I've driven past the one from Mexico all the time, and even probably parked in front of it. But I was very impressed by the cleanliness. It felt safe. It very informative. They have a lot of travel guides and tips there too. So even I would think if you're going to plan a trip down there, if I was going to plan a trip down there, I would go to the consulate first, rather than a travel agency. I think they would have better information there.
Yes, they have a lot of information.
Is that like an embassy, so to speak?
Yeah,
it is an embassy.
like a Guatemalan.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
For Guatemalans. So they do have a lot of services for the Guatemalans. You know, a lot of the people that travel here or that are staying here, they don't know a lot about the laws also. So they can get informed there. So that's why I love that place. That's my little place. That's my closeness to my Guatemala. That's it.
So we're going to have an eating tamale contest, though? Is that what we're going to have?
Yeah, there's going to be a tamale contest within all the vendors that do tamale. And we're also going to have one contest that the community can be involved. So they're going to be able to eat a lot of tamales and see who wins. And then we're going to have a trophy for that person. So.
Is there going to be a judging contest too? Or
that's going to be for the vendors.
Oh, okay, good.
So we are going to have 7 judges. We don't have all of them yet, and I guess we have some of them, but they still don't want me to give out the names yet until we have all the 7.
That's right.
So I guess that's
so
up
Renee,
to Benito.
He's
the one taking care of that.
You want to be a leader, right?
I think I could do a little bit of both.
A lot of people are texting me like, I want to be a judge, I want to be a judge. But
I want to know what the resume qualifications are to be a judge.
I'm not taking care of that part. Benito is handling that. So call Benito.
You just got to bring your appetite, right?
It's number 8.
Bring your appetite, man. So you're a car guy?
I love cars.
You got a car?
Too many.
All right, bring one in, man, because we're having the car show also that day.
Oh, yeah.
And we just got told that that we could have about 175 cars,
You have
but
to push it in, though.
we're gonna squeeze them in there, and we're calling all car people, all car guys, man. Bring your rides, come show off all your hard work, because I myself have my 64, and I know those cars, man. They're beautiful, but they never stop. You never stop working on them. You always want to do something. You start with a little bit of chrome, and then you want to chrome everything out.
Yeah.
And so, this is a good opportunity for everybody in San Bernardino. Come check out, come bring your cars, and let people admire, all your hard work, man.
Yes.
And
How much
also
does it
support.
cost?
We're like I said, we're doing for this 2-day event. We're doing the single day with $10 and a toy, or $20 with no toy. And if you want to register for the 2-day and be part of it for both Saturday and Sunday, January 9th and the 10th, it'll be $35 and a toy. And we're still collecting the toy, even though it's going to be after Christmas. Because like we said earlier on the show, we're saying that kids nowadays, every day should be Christmas for them. We got kids that are always in need.
Right.
And, we can never have enough toys.
How many spaces do you have?
About 175 as of right now.
And the registration's still open?
Yes, and you could pre-register or the day of, or we prefer pre-registration. That way you're guaranteed your spot.
And you can find that on your website, Benita?
Yes. Yes, I can also find it on Voice of the Inland Empire, but I know that the Tamale Festival also has their own website, and they can also go on that as well.
How about Facebook?
Facebook, I have an event on Auto Sound of SB.
AutoZone of San Bernardino?
Auto Sound.
Oh, Sound, okay.
Yeah, Auto Sound of SB.com, Facebook.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And what's your website? Your Facebook? It's I Love San Bernardino. Is there any links, or can you find it through there?
Well, the
Through the
Facebook
tamales?
that I have is the Voice of the Inland Empire. That's
Okay.
mine. So, I know the majority of everybody knows probably who I am by now, but
good.
So they can all, just look on there. A lot of the information of the Tamale Fest is all in there, and also yours is on there as well. So for the car,
we're all sharing our links.
yes, we're all kind of sharing everything.
Yeah.
I had a quick question for the car show. On Sunday, you guys aren't going from the bowling alley, right? It'll just start at 10?
We're going to start from the bowling alley, and we're going to caravan all the way to the...
And we're doing that Saturday and Sunday?
On Sunday, what were your plans for Sunday?
I think the same thing, right, Carla?
Yeah, the same
Oh,
thing.
okay,
Yeah,
awesome.
so we're doing the cruise to the park on Saturday and Sunday. And also on Saturday, we're doing the sound contest. And on Sunday, we're going to have the hop competition. So bring your Lolos with all your hydraulics, charge those batteries.
You were
And
also
ready to do the hop.
Yeah, and ready to make them dance.
You were also talking about maybe trying to get a sponsor or something.
Yes, we're also thinking of doing some cash prizes, because I know a lot of those cars, like I said, take some money, so
Yes,
that could
it
help
does.
you, put some of that, make your car pay off, and put some of that money back into your pocket and back into your car.
Yes.
So if there is a sponsor out there listening and willing
Oh yeah, they
to-
could contact me at 951 Renee, 951-842-0917. If you guys want to get involved in any way, we
And
need
sponsor the car show part.
sponsor, or you want to help plan. Hey, we're welcome. You're welcome to come and help.
Are we still going to do what we talked about? Basically, we're going to do the caravan hour later,
Yeah.
not when it starts, right?
Right.
So we're going to have all the banners and
And then we're gonna have some cars that are there already.
Yeah.
Because not all of the cars want to cruise down.
Yeah, on the
boulevard,
flyer,
so-
I put it as optional if they
Yeah.
want to cruise, or if they want to go straight and park and get their spot.
Yes.
It'll
And
be
that
up
way
to
it gives time for the people to kind of come, right? Because we start at 10, but not everybody starts showing up at 10.
them. Yeah, exactly.
Some people will probably start at 11, 12 o'clock. I mean, our entertainment really starts at 11. We are going to have music, but we're not going to have live entertainment until 11. So I think that's when we're probably having people, a little bit more people show up.
So do you have a time on what time to meet over there at the bowling alley?
Yes, I do. It's Arrowhead and Mill right there by the Target at the bowling alley, and it's gonna be from 8 to 9:30. So I always like to make it a little early because I know all our gente are always late.
Yes.
Probably
You say 9, they come 10.
Yeah. So they'll
like
be there by
8,
10.
so they could be there
So
by 9.
I'm always
I
late.
get you.
Yeah, I'm always late too. So I'm like.
That's how I set my calendar.
Yeah,
if I have a
exactly.
meeting at 10, I try to set it up for 9.
Yeah.
So I'll be there on time.
Man, I wouldn't have a business if I was like you guys.
So the predictions are 6,000 for 2 days, but I'm thinking it's going to be 20.
I'm thinking so
Well,
too.
Well, I'm hoping it is.
We're
That's
all
great.
hoping it
20.
is.
That
We're all
would be
hoping it
nice.
is. We're all hoping that it's greater and bigger than what we're planning. It's already become greater and bigger. We have a greater tamale team. We have more partnerships than we thought of, and great people that are coming along to make this event happen.
And it's free to go. So
That's right. It's
you-
free.
it
Doesn't cost
doesn't
them
cost
anything.
a thing. So
Yeah.
you
It doesn't
just
cost a thing.
come out and
People
walk
just
around.
come out and
meet people.
we
Yes,
do.
listen to music.
Yeah.
Support the community.
Where else are you going to go to a free concert?
Bring the
and free car
kids
show?
for a day.
Free
Wear 'em
live
out.
entertainment, except for
Wear 'em out.
Yeah, wear out the kids. Come bring them up. Let them run around the park.
Yeah.
Well, we are also
They're
going to
the
have a
kids'
kids
zone.
zone.
Yeah, exactly.
And
a
that's
kids
going to
zone.
have music, painting, face painting, and all the fun stuff for the kids.
So there's pretty much something for everybody.
There's
Yes.
a lot for everybody. Yes.
Yeah, everybody should be bringing their families out.
Yes.
That sounds great.
Yeah, it's a great day. That's a lot more broad and inclusive than even like the Route 66 thing.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I definitely think so. I think you
And a
touched
lot of
everything.
food.
Oh,
lot
yeah,
of food.
lots of food. Great food.
That's
No-
what
no
Route 66
dining,
always
Nancy.
was
No
lacking
dining.
was the food.
Not Saturday,
You know?
Sunday.
Yes.
It was
I'm
just
not Saturday and
was.
Sunday.
They
Yeah.
didn't have.
Yeah.
nearly
They didn't.
enough.
No, they didn't hardly have anything.
Towards the end, it started looking like a swap meet.
Yeah.
You know, like a bad swap meet.
Yeah,
You know?
they need more vendors there. People are going looking around for food, and they'll end up taking off and then going to get something to eat, and sometimes they don't end up coming back. But this way,
Yeah.
if you
Yeah,
have
it's
food
fun,
there,
yeah.
they'll stay there, and then with the music.
Yeah, that's
So,
great.
yes.
This is going to be fun.
Yes. Yes.
And cultural. I like that. It's all these different cultures coming together and with their different foods. And I mean, the tamales are all going to be different. So
Yes, and we have a lot of different things going, live entertainment and the contest and the tamale contest and the car show contest and just so much thing and so much fun stuff for everyone to see and to do.
Beer
So-
garden.
And the beer garden.
Can't leave that out.
Isn't it a
Gotta-
wine?
they're going to have wine. They're going to have a
too?
wine tasting.
Yeah, wine
Oh,
tasting
wine
too.
tasting, nice.
Yeah.
And then there's going to be the main stage and a stage inside the beer garden. So we'll have both live entertainments on both, so that way, when you're enjoying your beer, then they'll be able to enjoy the live entertainment too. So, yeah.
There's nothing left you need, huh?
No,
You
No,
got it all.
everything's all there.
Yep.
Oh, my car people, bring a designated driver. You
Yeah.
don't want to be driving your Lolos.
That's true.
Catching
And all the
a DUI or
community,
nothing.
bring out your kids and your
Yeah.
family.
Drink
know?
responsibly.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah,
San
gotta remember
Bernardino's
that.
been pretty friendly to. It's a car city, so
Yes.
the police officers I know, all really good guys. We have, really, I think, a very understanding police department here, and unless you're doing something crazy,
Yeah.
you really probably don't have a reason
to get pulled over.
to get pulled over.
Yes.
So,
Exactly.
if you're going down the road with three wheels, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's dangerous. So
Dragging your bumper, maybe.
Yeah.
But don't add alcohol to it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Other-
exactly. No,
other
you don't
than
want
that,
to do
the
that.
police, I think, will be very understanding and probably happy that we're out here,
Exactly.
doing this. So.
Not only that, they spend a lot of time on those beautiful cars. I don't think that they wanted to
No,
have
of
some
course
kind
not.
of accident or
Of course
anything.
not.
So
Yes. Public safety,
Yes.
number one.
yes.
So Saturday, January 9th and Sunday, January 10th, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Come down to Paris Hill Park and come and enjoy tamale contest, car show, over 70 vendors. Hey, over 175 cars now, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
now we have the good
Yes.
news that we can
Yeah.
fit those many cars. A kids zone, 2 stages, main stage, and a beer garden stage, and live entertainment, free event.
So you can't tell us any information as that entertainment? Is it mostly Mexican music or what kind of
we
music?
we have mixed. We
Yes.
have mixed. We
Okay.
have a lot of Spanish and we have a lot of English too. We have some rap. We have some mariachis. We have some young. We have some older. We have some.
It's a good variety. I
yeah.
thought you did a really good job. I thought
Yes. Well, a shout out to my entertainment people. 'Cause
Yeah.
They're the ones who
Yeah,
hooked
shout out
that
to the
up.
entertainment people, 'cause it is really
Carlos and Caesar that put
Yep.
all it together, because and that's the thing though that I'm so happy about, because this event is so huge and it's not a one person event. It takes a team, and the success of this event has only been because we have created a great team. A great team has put it together, and that's what I'm happy about. That everybody has put something in it, and like I said, the live entertainment, Caesar and Carlos, the stages, everything is just being combined by teamwork, like Rene putting in the car show together.
Yeah. Car
So,
show was really
Rusty
gonna help
getting the
too.
volunteers in. So it's not a one-person show, it's a team event,
Yes.
team, tamale
So-
team. So,
Do we still need any kind of volunteers out there? I mean, maybe you can put the word out there if you still need any.
Well, I
don't
think we
know.
can always use volunteers, so if anybody wants to participate, they just need to call Rusty.
Right, Rusty.
Or get on our Facebook.
Yes.
And we'll contact
And
them.
we need more vendors. So
Oh, yeah, we need
that's
lots
a
more
definite.
vendors.
So if they want to call, they can call, follow our event, San Bernardino International Tamale Festival, our Facebook event, and it has all the information there. He has Renee's number there for the car show. He has for vendors, for volunteers. If you guys have any questions and you guys are following us on the event, just go ahead and put your question there, and one of our team will answer
it.
your question. So.
We're gonna go for a little break, and I got a request for Let's Pretend from Becky from Arizona.
Okay.
Go ahead, hit it, Joe.
The first time that I saw you, oh, you looked so fine. Well, I tried to get your name, but you just looked aside.
La segunda vez que te vi, yo traté de hablarte, pero solamente tú te vas sin darme una oportunidad. Let's pretend,
we were lovers. Let's pretend our hearts will beat as one.
let's pretend.
Time that I saw you, you gave me a little glance, but you acted like you wanted to talk, but you ran away instead.
La cuarta vez que te vi, era mi última oportunidad de detenerte para que escucharas a mi corazón hablar.
Let's pretend.
Oh yeah, baby. You keep talking to me. For that sexy speech turns me on. Until we know two heartbeats at one. The story of a lover's love is never done.
Let's pretend
go ahead.
Hello, everyone. This is Danny Alcrest. We're going to talk about the original talent show. I think it's time for us to create a talent for all these youngsters coming in the radio station and pick up the business, make their dreams come true. And that's what this talent show is all about. So we're going to talk about that right now. We're going to be looking for a venue. So everybody, let's kind of talk about that. How do you feel about that?
So it'd be something like where they could go and each have do their performance.
Yes.
Yeah. And invite people to go see them.
Yeah, so their mom and dad and
kind of like not
community. Can
yeah,
come
kind of
out
like
there
the
and
improv
look at
was.
Church kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get them out there.
Yeah.
Let them show their skills.
Because they've been here on the radio. You know, it's nice to see people in person, watch them perform. You know, because then you can connect with them.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. And
that sounds like a great idea.
So we're going to have like a little ledger. Well, okay. As many people as been here, we're going to need a big ledger.
Yeah, definitely going to need a big ledger.
Yeah.
Big ledger and have everybody's numbers and stuff, and we're going to create something like that. So.
And then we're going to work on getting some judges out there, and we do need the venue though, so we need someone to contact us. I don't know if you know how you guys want to do it. Anytime, if you want to have them go on your site or on whose site are they going to go, you know, to, so that they can say, you know, if they're interested in us using their venue. Must be in San Bernardino, because that's what we're working on. So San Bernardino venue, so that they can come, you know, call us and say, you know, we can go and check it out and say, hey, come and look at this venue and see if, you know, it's what we're looking for.
So it'd be like maybe a hall, like
yeah,
somebody that has a hall that they normally
Yes.
would rent, if they could help us out and
right.
right,
Right.
we can do the quinceañeras and stuff like that. And
Exactly.
okay, so if there's anybody out there,
Jason, how can we get the politicians involved since you got experience? Our former councilman.
well, everybody wants their representation. You know.
You mean look pretty?
Well,
take pictures with a hot dog.
That's your that's you saying that.
I didn't say that, politician.
No.
Excuse me.
And, you know, when I was in there, what was helpful for me was to connect with people, and it wasn't so much. I learned a lot just arriving and being a part of these events. You know, I was kind of, you know, I felt like an extra wheel. Sometimes because I didn't know everybody, but it's a good place for politicians to meet people.
They need to come out and participate is what they need to do, don't you think?
Well, definitely participate. Well, I was in, you know, a judge at the Miss Cardinal event.
Oh, really?
Yeah, at the school up here at San Bernardino High School.
Mm-hmm.
And then that segued into a lot of other stuff, and I started really getting involved. And to this day, I support their wrestling team. They had a very kind of a poorly funded team, and last year they went to CIF and state. So the first time in like 38 years.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, because you know they lack the finances. They have a really good team. Their coach is a sergeant with the school police, and you know, these are the types of things that, had I not been a council person, I would never have known that these people were in need. You know, I knew that, you know, that, but it helps council people, I think, and the mayor needs to know this stuff. A lot of times people just, you go to City Hall and you're in that black box and you don't really, you're kind of insulated and isolated from the events of the daily struggles that people have. And these types of things here, you get to really interact with people on more of a raw level, you know,
right.
Not where
it opens up the world for people.
People are casual and they'll tell you stuff, you know, they'll come by and say, hey, you know, have you done this and that? And you kind of let your hair down, but not for me, but, or you definitely not, exactly. But you get to be in a more casual setting and you don't feel like you're a suit in a box where
or everyone's listening to what you're saying and checking it out. You're just being able to be yourself and
you can maybe have a beer with some, you know, the people. I mean, you're just like anybody else, but you just won an election, so
that's true.
It's good, and I think once you get that involvement with the politicians, they created a little bit of ownership with it, and I did. I felt like I had a little bit of ownership with.
You're more vested in the community.
Exactly. Not that I owned it, but
you're vested in the community. I agree with that. When you get out there and you participate and do things for the community, it makes you more vested.
Yeah, I remember when I had one of my events and I had them come down, but they specifically said, I want to come down to your event, but I want to be as regular people. And I said, that's fine. I didn't want any kind of, talk about political stuff or anything like that, which there wasn't. And it was nice just to get to know them and how they are and as regular people. And it was really nice. So I'm hoping that they would come out and do more of that.
Oh, I'm sure of it, and it's one of those things that a lot of times you don't know about it as a politician.
Yes.
They have to be contacted. Their office has to be contacted. I had to be contacted to at least have the invitation extended. So this has brought up all kinds of new friendships. People that I never thought I'd ever meet in my normal course of business or life, having been in politics, has really broadened my my level of friendship to all kinds of different types of groups of people.
Yes.
And it's really been rewarding, and I think it's rewarding for everybody in politics if they really take it seriously. If they're sincere about their craft and what they want to do and what they fought for to get elected, this is really something, and they're not doing it for selfish reasons. This is really good for them to be involved.
That's true.
And it promotes it even further because notoriety doesn't hurt sometimes when it comes to having politicians at an event, because you could maybe then call the newspaper and maybe get them involved, because everybody likes a photo op.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think you should still be councilman. You just
Yeah,
sold me
me
right
too.
now.
Yeah.
I couldn't have said it any better.
I got a hot dog in there.
And a picture.
And a picture. Yeah, let's emphasize the picture.
Yeah, I think it's important that we have our leadership in the community come out and support not only our talent show, but things that are happening in the community that involves growth on our youth, or any,
or any kind of prosperity that's happening. We should be celebrating.
Yeah.
Well, with this talent show, Dan and I, we talked kind of at length about this, and having, all the venues that we have that are talent-oriented are west of here. You have the Improv, which is a great venue, but we don't have anything like that here. You have some things in Riverside, which is really nice, but we have this, Colton Hill here that kind of separates us, and we're in this valley of like kind of a boring type place, and there's not real good entertainment where you could go down and find spoken word and stuff like that. Like I listen to the show, and there's people in here that are really talented poets, and
there is.
It's pretty amazing that it's floating around in here, and it's really not being channeled into.
It's not being exposed. And just like Fitz earlier was telling us how different the reaction is, right? Because people really like his music when he goes out there and sing, but then once they start asking him, where are you from, there he's like, Inland Empire. Exactly where? San Bernardino. And then people's reaction is totally different. And I think we have to change it, and we can change that so that the kids can go out there, and our young adults can go out there and show off their talent, and know that, hey, we as a community back them up 100%.
Yeah.
And we need more mentors.
We do need more mentors. I agree with that.
Yes, we do.
We need to show them the way, because then they wind up in the streets.
Exactly.
Yeah, and the streets can't raise you, not properly anyways.
Nope.
Right.
So that's why it's important.
Well, it's good, and the exposure, who knows, we can, it's a good venue for talent scouts as well.
Yes.
Especially if this sort of thing, I was born and raised in LA, and I moved out here in 2008. I had a business here since 2004, so I've been in the Inland Empire for quite a while. But having come from LA, I'm well aware of a lot of little clubs here and there in the valley, and we used to go and see live music here and there.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we find out, like Flogging Molly, for instance, is a like an Irish punk band. I used to go see them at the at this little Irish pub down in kind of Wilshire area. Well, now they're on tour in the worldwide. Big Bad Voodoo Daddy. I used to see him every like Tuesday night over at the Derby over in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Well, they just played a huge production over here at the California Theater on their way to New York.
Nice.
So these are places I would be nice to see it created here in the city of San Bernardino
Yes.
for local talent. And then hopefully we can bring people in. Like last week, was it Jimmy that was here from the
Yes.
Yeah.
Midnighters?
Yes.
He's a great resource. You know, he's very well connected, very well respected in the entertainment community. And he was out here, and he was impressed with what you're doing, Dan. And it was really shocking to me to be just a fly on the wall and see that happen. So
Yeah, he was. I was
Yeah.
pretty impressed.
And he is actually doing an event here for New Year's, right?
Yes, and plus the Tamale Festival because
Yep.
we got Jimmy, we got a signed contract with you.
I still have
That's
it.
right.
I got the signature. I got the recorded,
And
show.
we're gonna
so you
hold
can't get away.
you. We're gonna hold you up
I'm
to
gonna
that.
send you a picture of it. Be like, you can't get away. We know where you're at.
So he's gonna be at the Tamale Festival with us. That's gonna be great.
Yes, yes.
There's a lot of good acts that are going to be at the Smart
But also
Festival.
we talk a lot about the leaderships to be involved, but also the community needs to get involved because a lot of things like Jimmy coming out here and doing the New Year's Eve party and show for us this New Year's. It's important also as communities. I know a lot of the community also goes out of town to buy stuff, and we need to stay within our community to make it grow, to make our small businesses grow also, and stay, within the means of still having businesses here. Because sometimes we only talk about the leaders, and we need to invest a lot of things, but we don't talk to the community also, and we also need to let them know that they need to come out and support when people do events, when we're having events like the San Bernardino International Tamale Festival. Jimmy, that's not a San Bernardino person, willing to come out and invest. That's when we need to show our support to those people so that more people can come out and invest more money into San Bernardino, and also our local businesses. So we have the Inland Center Mall, we have a Carousel Mall, we have, a lot of the things that we don't need to go out of town to get them. And I'm not saying, I'm not talking bad about any other town. I'm just saying as locals, we have to do it because our small business are depending on us also. So we need to show that support also.
That's true because everybody's going out of town and spending their money. They're not spending their money here.
Yeah,
we do have
So
we have great
business.
restaurants here. The money
Sure
needs to. An economist said, and I think his name is John Husing. He always comes to the city council, and I think his predictions are patently false most of the time. But he's actually as an economist, he's not a fortune teller. He thinks he is, but he's not.
A fortune teller.
Yeah, basically an economist is like a weathercaster without radar.
Oh,
So,
yeah, exactly.
So he don't have
They just-
antennas, right?
No. I'm an economist too. You can be an economist at a casino. You just know you're going to lose. It's kind of like a thing. That's
A given.
It's a given. Yeah. Anybody can be an economist, I guess.
So you gamble and you call yourself and you lose and you call yourself an economist?
You could, yeah.
I call myself a loser. I'm a loser.
You're not. You're a winner. Maybe losing at gambling, but you can advantage it as well. But the idea is that John Husing and I had a conversation when I was in the city council. He said the money has to change hands 9 times in the community and stay in the community at least 9 times before it leaves for it to basically create good. So
that's kind of weird, ain't it?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Well,
That's kinda
9
weird.
times is a lot. But, a lot of times if you go to Costco, we have Costco here, the money doesn't necessarily stay here, but there's a lot of the people who work at Costco
Absolutely.
live in this community,
Right.
and
Yes.
then they
So it
spend
does
the
stay here.
community. It changes
Exactly.
hands, and it changes hands
Exactly.
again.
Yes.
So if you look at it in that fashion, if you go and get your car fixed, I'm not saying you have to go to like Baseline and there's a lot of good mechanics over there, but if you do go to a local dealership or buy your car locally, that money does stay here because a lot of mechanics live here.
Exactly.
Yes.
It benefits all the people, and it kind of goes, and then eventually, the money does go away, but the property or the sales tax that is realized on the local spending, it continues to,
Right.
a percentage of it is taken at a lot of different levels. So, anyways, nine was the number he gave, but
that's a pretty good scenario.
Yeah.
So, since you're an economist, how many times does it take to go around, and I could pass it out before I turn into a millionaire?
Oh, geez. That's called a Ponzi scheme. That's different.
Okay.
Yeah, that's something else. You send one guy $1, and he's supposed to send everyone $1 now.
Pass it on?
You remember that?
Yeah, the pyramid
Yeah,
thing?
the pyramid scheme. It doesn't quite work. I don't know if it works in Starbucks either. If you buy the coffee for the person behind
In
you,
the car
or
behind you.
something like
Yeah,
that.
keep paying it forward.
Yeah, eventually you're gonna run into somebody that's got like a school bus, and and they're gonna cost you $1,000.
How about throwing salt?
As long as somebody's not directly behind. I would not do it at a biker bar. But yeah, I'm sure in your own home you'd be safe. Look over your shoulder before you throw the salt.
There's a saying with the salt. What is the saying with the salt? What is the saying with the salt?
Salt.
Yeah,
What? I
you
don't
throw it
know.
behind your back.
Yeah, for good luck.
For good luck.
Is it?
Well, it's kind of.
I don't know. I thought it was.
Well, it's superstition. When you throw the salt, and then they say that it's for bad luck, so that your luck will change.
Right, to good luck, right?
Yeah, to good luck.
Oh, yeah. So what happens when you mix salt and pepper?
Well, I have
Then you got
no
trouble.
clue.
No.
Yeah, I have
Then
no
you
clue.
sneeze.
Never heard of that one though.
Put it on your steak. It's great.
All right.
Salt and pepper, then they wrap. Salt.
Well, having this talent show, I think, is good. If somebody steps up and has a really good venue, and it's someplace that could be semi-permanent, and it could be developed into something big. Hopefully,
Right.
with the power of your radio station and really the local talent that is so talented, it could be a regional draw.
What would you say? Once a month, something like that?
Once a month, I think would probably be good. I mean, eventually, if you could sell out like the Improv does every night of the week, that would be even better. But
Right. But to start off, it would be
starting
good
out,
once
yeah.
a month.
Mm-hmm.
And then work our way up.
You girls feel the same way?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anita?
Yeah.
Once a month?
I think there's enough scheduling. Is probably going to be tough. There's a lot of people traveling. As far as these the talent,
Right.
they're not all just sitting here waiting for somebody
Right.
to call. So
Yes.
they probably need to be scheduled at least a month in advance, and then some. But
That's
and then
true.
who knows with your resources, put them on some tracks, record them, and they need a lot of these local talent need management.
Yep. They just need some help getting started.
Yeah.
They
Just
really
a
do. They
boost.
need some guidance.
Yeah.
They have the talent. They could maybe, play the instrument or sing, but they need someone to help them.
Well, Dan has all the equipment and the whole shebang. You can put their talent on digital or
Yeah, the whole 9 yards, actually.
yeah. So if you have,
He's got the todo.
Yeah.
if you're out there and you want your, to be on the radio, contact Dan. Chris.
No, that's many phone calls.
Well,
Yes.
Facebook. I don't know.
Facebook.
I'll let the
or
girls handle that.
There you go.
We gotta come up with something, Benita.
Isn't Yanni?
But yeah.
Yanni's in charge. Yeah, with the talent.
So far, yes.
Yeah,
but
he is.
I kind of do it, and
It's a collaboration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how many trophies are we gonna have, Renee, for the Tamale Festival? What are you thinking?
For the car show, oh man, we're gonna have, of
At
course,
least
Híjole.
we're gonna do trophies on Saturday and Sunday. So we're gonna have quite a few, and we're gonna have, of course, one for the
What are we looking
sound
at,
competition.
40, 20?
We're looking about maybe 40 to 50.
Mm.
If not, maybe more. We're still, it's still time to make some more. So I want to have some for the sound competition, of course, for the hop, and then best of show, club participation, just to first, second, and third, different little categories. So
How does that sound work? Is it the
you know,
loudest or the
we're gonna go by people's choice. They have the instruments that you could get for dBs to measure, but we're not going in depth. I think we're gonna go with people's choice, and let's hear claps. People clapping and see who they like the best. We'll leave it to the people's
So
choice.
they better invite their friends, right?
Yeah, exactly. Bring your
If they
friends
wanna
to
win.
cheer on for you. So.
So is that About the sound, or
it's gonna be a little bit of bass and clarity, and we're gonna be judging on that. So yeah,
I better
It's
wear
gonna
my
be
earplugs
exciting, I
that
wonder.
day.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like to listen to my music loud.
So these guys that have all this music, they have all kinds of amps and all kinds
Yes,
of stuff.
sir. A lot of music,
man.
a lot of money, and like I said, these cars they're never ending. I've been trying to finish one of my cars for like 8 years already. So
Yeah, I painted your car.
yeah, exactly. Oh, you see, yeah, you've been there with me.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I painted
it's in the works.
It's a custom car.
Yeah,
I painted his trunk.
Yeah, exactly.
I
So
buffed it all out for him.
yeah, so it's in the works, man. So one of my other car is done. My '64, I got a 4,000 watt amp, 2 big 12 subs in the back. I got a 1500 just for my highs, for my door speakers.
Let everybody know how much it costs.
I got three batteries. Oh man, I lost track of that. I don't want to say because then my wife's got to check the bank records.
Yeah. That was smart. I can honestly say I have a son, and it took him maybe about 8 years to get his 72 Monte Carlos done.
Oh, okay, nice.
And
yes.
Every time I turned around, he's spending some cash on something chromed underneath,
Yes.
or chrome on top, or doing something. And
It's never ending.
Yes, and now he started a 65 Impala.
Oh, nice.
And he's doing it from scratch, and he's doing it on his own.
That's
and I'm
good.
like, oh man, I can't wait till that one gets finished. But
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
doing everything all original and everything. So
Nice, yeah. That's where the craftsmanship and the pride comes in.
Yes.
Of building your own car and be able to say like
That I did this.
my first car. In fact, the chord because my dad was a musician too, and I always listened to his songs. And he used to play the Frank Sinatra. I did it my way.
Yeah.
So on my skirts on my '64, that's what it reads. I did it
Yes.
my way.
Yeah.
And that was because I did my car the way
Your
I like
way.
it, and yeah, exactly.
That's the best way, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
You show your pride in it because you put your hand into it, and nobody helped you, and you did it all.
There's a lot of talent in that. I built a
think so, too.
1941 Willys Coupe.
Oh,
with a
nice.
big block in it and all this stuff.
Patience.
And a lot of patience. I had no money to do anything else.
Yeah.
And I did that. So if you have an interest in cars, and you instill an interest in cars
Yes.
on a young person, especially a young male,
Yes.
they don't have time to do drugs. They don't have money
Keep
to
them
go
busy.
do drugs.
Yes. They sure don't.
You're over there at the junkyard on the weekend instead of the club.
Yeah.
And whatnot. I was just thinking, since this is kind of an ad lib type show, there's talent in what you do. And
Yes, there is.
Maybe because the Cannabis Corner's kind of out, maybe put some tips. There's a lot of people who listen to this show that
Yes.
have cars.
That's true.
My neighbor has a car with
I mean, like a YouTube kind of a.
like hydraulic dumps, and all this stuff.
Yeah, we're trying to get like vendors that they want to put their they could come in and bring their hydraulic pumps, or if there's any body shops that want to come out and bring their set up a booth and bring pictures of their work, because I know I'm always looking for a good mechanic, a good body guy, or resources or parts, or we're always looking. So and everybody else in San Bernardino is the same thing, So
That's why
come
you
advertise
gotta
your business. Yes.
That's why you got to put the word out.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
A lot of people are always looking for something, and sometimes like my son likes to do everything by himself, but he just kind of needs the guidance.
Yes.
So if somebody were to come out and show him how to do it, then he's okay with all that. But sometimes you need
Getting
that
rid of
little.
alternator noise.
Engine noise from the sound systems. It could be a bad ground. You could try using a ground isolator, but really you might want to check your all your grounds.
Okay. Well, we got to go now. It was nice
Well, that's a
having you
car
guys
tip.
on
Yeah,
here.
it's a car tip.
Thank you guys. You guys have a good week.
So everybody,
Bye.
the Angel Baby's coming on right now. So
Merry Christmas.
The man's here.
And then we do.
The man, the myth, the legend.
This is 1050 AM KCAA Loma Linda and 106.5 FM Yucaipa.
Your NBC Sports Radio update starts now.
Here comes Pittsburgh. I am Keith Irizarry. After struggling in the first half, the Steelers came roaring back offensively and on the defensive end.
Denver, 4th and 10 at the Pittsburgh 41. Trailing by